Some of you asked me about these bags, so I'm gonna share with you the popular designer bags that I won't buy and why. Don't be offended if you have these bags. Definitely leave me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts about these bags mentioned. Without any further ado, let's get right into it. So the first one is the LV on the go, and I don't really like the big LV monogram. I saw quite a few people carry it on the street. They just look so overwhelmed their entire body frame. It does come in smaller size now in the new collection, but I saw a lot of them are sold out. So for the basic monogram, the MM size is currently selling for $26.30. The GM size is selling for $27.90, and the small size of on the go that I mentioned from the new collection is retail for $3,200. It's a really expensive bag for such a small tote. Most importantly is because I think this bag, this style, will become more of a trendy bag instead of becoming a classic. I just don't see this bag will be there for a very long time. If you think $3,000 is worth your happiness for a few years, yeah, sure, definitely go for it. But for me, I also wanted to stay away from those trendy bags. For me, this bag just have too much going on. Small coin purse, this pouch, that pouch. You might be thinking it's worthwhile because after all, you can see it as small 3 bags. For some time, this bag was like all over the Instagram and it's super trendy. Personally, I feel this bag look a bit cheap. I also see some people talking about online for the pochette that you really need to consider what to put in there, because if you just put whatever inside of the bag does not stay flat, especially 2 pouches are stacked together. The shape of the bag becomes really weird after you stuff a lot of things in there. And this bag is retail for $2,050 after the price increase. I just don't think it's worth the price tag, and if you decide not to go for this bag, look back in a few years, you will thank me for that. The next one is BB the pouch. For the big one, you really have to hold it. You know how much I love a hands-free bag. If I have to carry it or put it under my arm all the time when I'm out, it's super annoying. So the nickname of this bag is dumpling bag, and it really looks like a dumpling. It's just not something for me. Even the small one has a shoulder strap. I'm just not too crazy about this shape. And it was like all over the Instagram. It's definitely considered a trendy bag. The next one is the Jodie bag from Bottega as well. I don't really like the design of this bag. I'm not a hobo person in general, especially I don't like the big knot in the front of the bag. I know a lot of people think this is cute, but it's just not for me. It's also not a hands-free bag. You have to carry it. The knot design makes the bag is really difficult to open and put things in and out. My mother-in-law initially actually liked this bag, so we went to the Bottega store to try out this bag for her. The moment she put on this bag, she looked at me, I looked at her, and we already understand each other. And then she put this bag down and then she politely said, "Thank you." The bag just does not look good. The next one is a chain cassette from Bottega. I just can't think of any reason why would I want to carry a padded pillow with me everywhere when I go. This is just a typical trendy bag. If I get this bag, when I look back, I'll definitely regret. I know myself so well. As I'm getting older, I really want to be wiser and learn from all my mistakes to avoid those it bag of the season to make better decisions going forward. So you guys know this bag was out of style and they brought it back. When the bag was out of style, the vintage one was selling for about $400 or $500 in the secondhand market. And when they brought this bag back and they changed the magnetic closure, the bag is $3,000-$4,000 now. Also does not include the extra long strap, which you have to purchase separately. It's also an expensive purchase. Just like history repeated itself. History already told you this piece is a trendy piece and it will be out of retro style, unless you want to wait for another 10 to 20 years for it to come back in style again. Even when it comes back in style again, they might tweak the design a little bit. Something might be different. You might want the new saddlebag instead of the 10-20-year-old vintage saddlebag from the past, right? So I just don't bother. I also don't appreciate the asymmetrical shape. I don't even know how to put and search my stuff in such weird shape. And I know deep inside of me that this bag is not for me no matter how trendy it is. The next one is the Dior book tote. It's kind of similar reason as the LV on the go. The big one is so big and so overwhelming, and they do have the smaller size available now. I just feel the smaller size looks so weird. The handle does not look like a real handle. It looks so flat. It looks like a toy to me. It's just not something I'm interested in. The next one is the Gucci Jackie 1961. So Gucci brought back this vintage 1961 with many different colors and styles. As I mentioned, I'm not a hobo person first of all, and the small one is selling for $2,300, and I can get similar vintage ones only for a few $100s. I'll link a few of them down below in the description box if you're interested in this bag, and I highly recommend to go for vintage if you like this style. Honestly, I was really happy after I sold my Gucci Maman bag. I just feel like in a way I'm not able to keep up with the speed that Gucci revamping their new designs. So this Jackie bag is definitely not something that I'm interested in. So if I saved you some money not buying this bag, you're welcome. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know you agree or disagree with my thoughts about these bags. I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to like my video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye!